A long time ago, when Moses walked the land, God told him, "Take your brother Aaron with his staff in his hand. Go to the ruler over Egypt, the one they call Pharaoh. Tell him, I command him, let the Israelites go." They did exactly as God said, Moses and Aaron. They told Pharaoh what God had said, but he would not listen. So God commanded Moses, "Strike the water with that rod." Then all the water in Egypt turned into blood. Our story does not end there. There is so much more to tell. So sit up, pay attention. Now is the time to listen well.
Egypt is a land with a powerful ruler called Pharaoh. The land of Egypt is lush and filled with fruit trees and flowering plants, towering buildings called pyramids, and glorious statues of different pharaohs. The land of Egypt is where both the Israelites and Egyptians live. The Egyptians are rich and powerful. They love riding their chariots, tending their livestock, swimming in the Nile River, and eating foods like melons, figs, honey, beef, and fish. The Israelites are slaves, and they live in the city of Goshen. They work very hard in the scorching sun to build the Egyptian statues and pyramids. They are beaten by the Egyptians at times to do their work more quickly. The Israelites love and follow the Lord, but the Egyptians serve many gods. Abigail, or Abby, is 6 years old. She and her mom are coming down the stairs of Pharaoh's palace when they hear a lot of shouting. They notice a small crowd of Egyptians at the bottom of the stairs, speaking to a man in an angry tone.
"This is absolutely ridiculous."
That man is Moses, a fellow Israelite.
Mommy, who is that man?
His name is Moses, Abigail, and he's an Israelite like us.
Noses? Like the nose of my face? What a funny name.
No, Abby. Moses. His name starts with an M.
Oh, Moses. Why are the Egyptian people shouting at him? They look really angry, Mommy.
Some of the Israelites are also angry at him, Abby.
Why are they all angry, Mom?
Well, they are angry because of what he told Pharaoh.
What did he say to Pharaoh?
He told Pharaoh to let us leave Egypt, or God will send 10 plagues to destroy Egypt.
What is a plague?
A plague is something that causes great trouble.
Oh, I see. The Egyptians are angry because they don't want any trouble.
That's right, Abby.
But why are the Israelites also angry at Mr. Moses?
Well, Pharaoh has become very harsh with the Israelites since Moses asked for their freedom. He wants them to make the bricks, but he refuses to give them any straw. The Israelites are very, very tired and they feel like they can't go on anymore.
That sounds awful, Mom. But Mr. Moses was just doing what God said, wasn't he?
He was, Abby, but some of our people do not trust him. They think he has made life much worse for us. It doesn't help that Moses actually grew up in the palace as Pharaoh's grandson.
Mom, if plagues cause trouble, why would God do something like that?
Because, Abby, God cares about us, and he promised us a long time ago that he would free us from the Egyptians.
Wow, really?
Yes, Abby, and there's another reason.
Another reason? What is it, Mom?
God is sovereign, and he has power over everything. That means when God speaks, we need to obey. But what do you think happens when we disobey instructions?
We are punished for disobeying.
Exactly. Pharaoh has disobeyed God's instructions many times, and God has decided to punish his disobedience.
Oh no!
Yes, Abby. We aren't treated very well by the Egyptians. We are bullied, they tell lies about us, steal from us, and make us work very, very hard. They treat us very unfairly, and our God does not like how mean they are to us.
That does not sound very nice at all. I do remember the Egyptian children making fun of Sarah and me when we were singing Holy, Holy. We felt really bad about it at first, but we remembered that God said to be bold and strong because He is with us, so we kept on singing.
Very good, Abby. God wants us to be free to live the way He wants without being mistreated for it. God chose Moses to help take us out of Egypt, so we need to be very obedient and follow all that God says so we can be safe.
How will we know what to do?
Well, we'll follow all the instructions Moses gives to us. We will do all that he says at all times.
Okay, Mommy, I will obey.
Very good, Abigail. I will obey as well.
The next day, Abigail and her mother are getting ready to prepare lunch at home. Meanwhile, in the rest of Egypt, chaos has begun. People have gone to the Nile to swim, but the water looks weird and it smells really bad. They go near the river and get a closer look. The Nile River has turned to blood. Farmers are getting ready to check on the growth of their crops that they grow along the banks of the River Nile, but the crops are covered with blood. The children in Egypt are getting ready to take a bath to prepare themselves for school, but screams fill the air as the water coming out the water jars is actually blood. One by one, each house in the land of Egypt is waking up and realizing that they have no clean water to drink, bathe, cook, feed their livestock, or swim. As Abigail brings her mom the figs to be cut, they hear a frantic knock at the door.
Coming!
Jasmine, Jasmine, have you heard?
Heard what?
The waters, all the waters are red. They've turned into blood. There's blood in the rivers, canals, houses, and in all the water jars.
What? Hannah, are you sure?
Yes, I saw it. Go and see for yourself.
Okay, let me get Abigail ready, and we will all go to the river that is close by in Goshen and check it out.
No, Jasmine. The river in Goshen is fine. It remains clean and pure. It's the river by Pharaoh's palace, the canals in and throughout Egypt, and the water jars in the Egyptian homes that are filled with blood.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I am. In fact, early this morning, I went to the Nile River to fill a water jar for Pharaoh's cook to help her prepare food for breakfast. But all the water was red with blood. Oh, I was so startled that I dropped the jar on a stone in the riverbank and it broke. Oh my gosh. I ran back to the palace to tell the cook, but all the workers in the kitchen were running around frantically. Everything was so crazy that the cook told everyone to leave the kitchen at once.
Everyone get out!
That's when I decided to come home quickly and check the water in Goshen. I ran, checked the water jars at home and in the nearby river, and thanks be to God, the water remained clean.
Oh my. This is only happening in Pharaoh's palace and in the homes of the Egyptians. This must be the first plague.
Hi, Mrs. John.
Hi, Abby. So nice to see you.
Abby, Mrs. John was just telling me about her very interesting morning.
Yes, Abby. Your mom will tell you all about it. I need to get home now, Jasmine. I only came to warn you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, goodbye, Mrs. John.
What is going on, Mommy?
Well, Abby, it seems that the waters by Pharaoh's palace and in the towns of Egypt have all turned red.
But water is clear. How can it be red?
Well, my dear, it seems that this is the first plague. All the waters are red because they have turned to blood.
Oh no!
Abby has a very worried look on her face, but Mommy calmly strokes Abby's head.
There's no need to panic, Abby. I know you are concerned, but God will keep us safe. Our water will be just fine. Why don't we go down to the river nearby? I need to start cooking shortly and I will need some water.
Mom walks into the kitchen and moves around some dishes to get the clay water jar. Then she and Abby both leave to get some water at the nearby river. As they walk to the river, Abby has many questions.
Mommy, if the waters are red with blood, then how can we take a bath?
The water in Goshen is fine, Abby. God will keep us safe. We will be okay.
But Mommy, if the waters are red with blood, how can you cook?
The water in Goshen is fine, Abby. God will keep us safe. We will be okay.
But Mommy, if the waters are red with blood, how can we give the animals something to drink?
Abby, everything is okay. I understand that this is very confusing for you, but the water in Goshen is fine. We need to trust our God. He will keep us safe. We will get to the river soon enough and you will see that the water is fine.
Okay, Mommy. But Mommy, if the waters are red with blood...
This is going to be a long walk.
They approach the river, but Abby is a bit hesitant to get to the edge of the riverbank. So Mom walks ahead and gets very close to the river.
Come on, Abby, look. It's clean and pure water.
It is true, Mom. The water is fine, just like you said. God is keeping us safe and we will be okay.
Yes, but what do we have to do?
Obey all that God says at all times.
For a better understanding of what happens in this episode, go to Exodus chapter 7, verses 1 to 24.